Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley, and today we are doing about a 20-minute yoga practice for strengthening the heart chi. The heart chi is also known as the life force, prana, energy of the heart. And it can become depleted by various means, but one of the primary causes of depletion is overly stressed or any excessive or prolonged emotional state, such as overexcitement, grief, worry, fear, and so on. So this is not to say that these emotions are bad or that we shouldn't feel them, because it's the opposite that is true. What we need is a smooth flow between emotions and emotional states so that we're not stuck in one for too long of a period of time. That's when disharmony starts to happen. When the heart becomes depleted in any way, what can happen is the Shen, or the mind, becomes uprooted and disturbed. And so this causes even deeper emotional and psychological issues over time. So we are using this practice to physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally come back to center, to really regroup and ground ourselves so that we can become more coherent, so that we can experience more smooth flow of emotions, so we can really train ourselves to be present, even in the state of chaos, whether it's chaos in our personal lives or in the world and so on. It allows us to really show up and be present and to act from the heart rather than from an extreme emotional state, such as fear, anxiety, worry. So today we'll be really focusing on the channel regions and physical regions where the heart is. So that'll be the hands, fingers, wrists, arms, backs of armpits, upper back, and chest. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Come into a downward facing dog, taking your hands a little further out in front of your shoulders, your feet back behind you. Lift your knees up, but always feel free to bend your knees to make this posture more accessible. Really focus on grounding through your hands, gripping the floor with all of your fingertips, pushing the inner edges of your hands down, and squeeze your pointer finger, ring finger, and thumb toward the center line of your palm. Just take a few breaths here. Slowly take your knees to the floor. Come all the way down onto your belly. Take your left arm straight out to the left so your palm is flat. Move your armpit back and roll onto your outer hip. You can stay here, scoot your hips a little further forward, either stacking your feet or lift your right leg, bend your knee, and step your foot behind you. Feel free to drop your ear to the floor. Push the whole left side of your body down into the ground to help you turn more open. Slowly come out. Switch sides. Right arm to the right, palm flat, shoulder back, and roll onto your outer right side. Maybe lift your left leg, bend your knee, and step your foot behind you, ear to the floor. Slowly come back to center. Come up onto your forearms, elbows under your shoulders, wrists out in front of you. Curl your toes under at first to push your toes down and back to help pull yourself a little forward so your flesh moves down towards your knees. Then push your arms down, shoulders back, and lift your chin. Really focus on pushing your inner and outer armpits down through your elbows. And push your palms strongly into the floor and grip the floor with your fingertips. Slowly lower down. Place your hands on the floor and push yourself back up. From here, turn your fingers around backwards or somewhere toward backwards. They can point out slightly to the sides if you need them to. Otherwise, be here. To take more stretch, walk your knees back. For less stretch, walk your knees forward. So whatever feels better in your wrists, do that. Grip the floor with your fingers. Point your finger knuckle down just like you would in any other hands on the floor pose. And then draw your rib cage gently back toward your spine to prevent hammocking in your back. Just hold here and breathe here. A few more breaths. Turn your hands forward. Slide your right arm under your left arm so your right shoulder and ear come to floor. And then if you need less of a intensity in this pose, you can take your shoulder further away from your knees. More intensity, go closer. Stay here, walk your left hand forward and to your right. Push through your left arm, pull with your right arm, and squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Walk your left hand back, untwist, switch sides, right hand to the floor, left shoulder and ear to the floor. Walk your right hand forward into the left or leave it where it was. Push through your right arm, pull with your left arm. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Walk your right hand back, untwist. Take your hands a little further out in front of you and aim your sternum to the floor between your hands, your chin to the floor in front of your sternum. Once you get down, you can walk your hands a little further back. Push your knees down and forward, hands down and forward, and just press your chest into the floor. Separate your teeth so you're not clenching your jaw. Slide your knees back. Do a cobra. Start low, push your hands down and back, shoulders back, elbows in. Feel free to push down and back more to lift your torso forward and up, peeling yourself off the floor. Hips stay down. And slowly come back down to your belly. Roll onto your right side. Make everything go into one straight line. You can bend your knees for more stability, or straighten your legs. Place your head into your hand. And then push your right elbow and right hip down so your armpit lifts a little bit. Stay here, shoulders back. Keep your chin lifted away from your chest. And breathe. If you want extra challenge, feel free to drape your arm across your thigh. It's a little harder to balance. Endless pose. Slowly come back to your belly and roll to your other side. Feel free to bend knees or straighten your legs. Get everything in one line. Head and left hand, right hand in front of your hips. Push down through your left elbow, left hip. Slightly lift your armpit. And again, feel free to drape your right arm along your thigh. Slowly come out, back to your belly. Push all the way back up. And then take your right leg straight back, cross it behind your left leg. You can either squeeze your shins together and sit back to your feet here, or you can do feet apart, sit in between your legs. Once you're up, take your hands to your thigh, stay here, or add the arms. Take your right arm up, bend your right elbow, then take your left hand to your right elbow, pull down as you push your elbow against your hand. You can stay here or swing your left arm down, climb your fingers up, try to join your fingers, pull your elbows apart, push your head back into your arm. Cow face. Reach your right arm up, left arm up, palms in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Hands to the floor, unwind your legs, take your left leg back, left leg to the right, squeeze legs in, walk your hands back. Again, feel free to have your feet apart, hands to thigh, left arm up, bend your elbow, right hand to left elbow, pull your arm to the right, reach your fingers down, stay here, or swing right arm under, reach for your fingers, push head into hand or head into arm, arm into head. Reach your left arm up, right arm up, palms in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra, hands to the floor. Great. Have a seat on your bottom. I'm facing away from you so you can see. Just cross your legs in a normal cross-legged position. Take your arms out to the sides. Point your thumbs down, try to point your palms up, and then swing your arms behind you. Either stack your hands or grab your elbows or somewhere along your arm, or if you can, try joining your palms at your upper back, pressing your whole palms together, pull shoulders back, back into hands, elbows forward, and then sit up tall, straight, shoulders back, chin slightly lifted. Maybe even gaze up or close your eyes and gaze inward. Reach your arms out to the sides. Point your palms up. Try to point your pinky fingers toward each other. And then interlace your fingers, extend through your pointer finger, cross your thumbs, stretch tall. Release your hands. Great. Come into a kneeling position so your toes are either curled under or tops of feet on the floor. Slide your knees back and then sit up on your legs. Abhaya, Hridaya, Mudra, fearless heart. I'm going to cross one arm in front of the other and then hook your fingers around each other. So you're trying to spiral your fingers around each other. Once that happens, take your pointer finger and your thumb together. And then take your wrists level with your heart center. Feel free to close your eyes or gaze at a steady point. This mudra is said to invoke courage in times of fear. Switch so your other fingers are in front. One clasp might be a little bit harder, so just do your best. Once you've got it, join your index finger and thumb and hold. Let go of your fingers, shake them out. Come onto your feet with your feet about 2 fists width apart from the inner arches. Bend your knees as much as you need so your ribs and thighs touch. Then you're going to flip your palms upwards, palms into the soles of your feet, thumbs pointing in, Hastasana. Lean your weight into your palms with your feet. Use the balls of your feet to press into your palms and massage the whole area that it's touching. Maybe even wiggle your toes around. And widen your elbows to the sides as you pull your heart first, head last, in toward your legs, extending the top of your head toward the floor. Next inhale, lengthen your spine, step off of your hands. Slowly lower your bottom back to the floor. Feel free to either lie on the floor in Shavasana or come up into a comfortable seat. Then bring your palms like you're bringing them together, but just join your pinky finger and thumbs, and then spread the rest out like a circle. Then pull this in toward your heart center, rising up tall through the top of your head, connecting with your breath. Just take a moment and hold here, maybe setting an intention for your day, your week, month, year, or just your life. Setting the intention to walk through your life with compassion, not only for others, but really importantly for yourself. When we can have compassion for ourselves, then we're more easily capable and able to have compassion for others. And if everyone practiced this self-compassion, the world would definitely be a much better place. So by you doing this practice, you are bringing the world one step closer to being better. What you do matters. Take your palms all the way together. Take a full breath in. And exhale completely. Feel free to place your hands over your heart, bowing your head into your heart. Take a moment to honor yourself for showing up to your practice today. And honor anyone or anything else. And gently lift your head, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.